The other day, I was doing a meditation. I realized something that is very important for all of our creations and manifestations. I remembered that it's not actually about the thing that we want, the end result, the manifestation, that it just falls into our hands or into our lap, but it's actually about the opportunities or synchronicities that we are going to create. This is something that Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about. In all of his meditations, he says that we should align ourselves to that energy of our future, and then we open up for an opportunity, or we open up for a synchronicity. And also when somebody goes up to him and says, "Hey, Dr. Joe, I have this great business idea, don't you want to invest?" And he says, "You don't need money, you need opportunity." And today we wanted to make a few examples from our own life and from stories that we have heard that can inspire you and show you why this is important and how you can apply this for yourself. So for example, 6 years ago, when I was manifesting this relationship, I of course didn't have just Petra knocking at my door in my home and saying, "Hey, are you free? Do you want to date me?" That's not how it works. I was actually going to the Dr. Joe Dispenza retreat in Mallorca. I really felt very strong pull that I wanted to go there. And I had this very clear vision that I wanted to create a relationship. That was my intention for this week. And people would ask me in the beginning of the retreat, what is your intention? I would tell them by the end of this week I'll have a girlfriend. And they would always be super supportive and say, yeah, that's great, that's beautiful. But I never actually believed in it. However, during the retreat, I started to align my energy so much to that potential that Petra noticed me, and she actually walked by me and she wanted to interact with me. She wanted to ask me how my experience was on the retreat. So she approached me and she started to talk to me, but that was my opportunity. I could also just be too shy to talk to her or walk away, but I was open for it. I was happy that she would sit next to me, she would ask me about my experience, and we would just share with each other. Later, when she went home, I just gave her a little business card with my name and number on it, because I didn't really have the courage to ask for her number, because I thought she would never give it to me.
Because I don't give numbers to strange people.
So I gave her mine and I just kind of let it go. Well, eventually she wrote me, and at the end of the retreat, before I was going to leave for the airport, I was writing her if I can see her once more. And she wrote me back that she would like that. And I said, okay, so you can come to the hotel. I'm hanging out with some people there. And she said, you know what? Actually, I'm at the beach. It's 10 minutes away. If you really want to see me, you can come to me. In that moment, I could be like, I don't really feel like going there. I'm having such a good time here. I'll just chill with those people.
I'm manifesting here, so it has to come to me.
It has to come to me, yeah. It's also a certain level of entitlement, right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't fall, like really drop into my lap, then it's not created. In that moment, in that situation, I decided to do something that is called take inspired action. I really felt a very strong pull and need that I have to go to her, that I have to see her at the beach. I said goodbye to the people there and I immediately walked there. I went to see her and we went for a little stroll. Then she just supernaturally started to hold my hand like this. Supernaturally, like we didn't even think about it. It wasn't like trying, it was just natural, it was normal. We were sitting at the sea and we had a chat together and we saw that we were really aligned, and then I kissed her. But this is something like opening up for the opportunity and also allowing it in, also taking action in that moment. And when we are manifesting and we are aligning our energy to the future, it is actually super easy. There's nothing easier and more natural than taking action on those synchronicities.
Or it could happen to you that you go to your happy place like I did. I didn't even manifest anything intentionally, but I was just still seeing me in Alps, in the top of the Alps, seeing the whole valley, and that was giving me such a feeling of calm and peace. And that's where I ended up, because we just decided to go for a trip, and all of a sudden there was this mountain which we could go up to, and we could just see the valley from there, like because in my imaginations.
Yes.
Like I was not even knowing that I am going to my happy place, my peaceful place, when I was very stressful. And I just saw it there and I said to Raphael, hey, this is exactly what I'm seeing where I am at when I'm feeling bad, when I feel stressed. And this was just the opportunities, the synchronicities just led me to that place, and I didn't even know I'm going to that place.
Or there's this testimonial from a guy called Thomas, really love him, from Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, and he was manifesting abundance. He did it for quite some time, and then all of a sudden he had a phone call from some weird investment bank, and they were calling him about his account, and he's like, I don't have an account here, I have never heard of you, I don't know, like, why do you call me?
Watch that testimonial,
Yes.
You have to watch it.
And then they said, yeah, but you have here an account with us, and he said, okay, so please just close my account. The guy on the phone said, well, then we would have to transfer you all the money. And he said, so how much is there, so you can transfer it to me? Said it's around about 100,000 US dollars.
He thought it's like 1,000.
Yeah, or maybe $100.
Yeah.
But it's something that he has never heard of before. I don't know how to explain that, but he didn't one day sit down and actually invest somewhere so he could have an opportunity, like create the opportunity by himself, but it came to him. And in that moment he could maybe react away, hey, don't call me, this is a scam, because we know these scams, it sounds very familiar. But he was just open for it, he didn't judge it. And he said, okay, here are my bank details, you can transfer it to me in chunks. And that's exactly what they did. And he, fair enough, got all the money that was in that strange investment bank. That's also an example of him opening up for the opportunities and not blocking it when it's there, but actually allowing it and also taking action in some way. But he was also inspired. He didn't have to decide with his mind, okay, I have to do this. It was very inspired action.
And we were just talking and sharing with Raphael what we have created, what we have manifested in our life. And to be honest, it's much more fun when you start to manifest from 5D than from 3D, because it's from the unknown and it's really, really fun. You keep yourself surprised. For example, last year, we were not at all thinking that after the death of our dog, beloved Luna, which was 13 years with us, we didn't plan for anything. We didn't know that we will end up on a cruise ship for 3 weeks, and then we will end up at Dr. Joe's retreat, and it all happened so amazingly. And then we ended up in America over Christmas, and the one action led to another. It was like opportunity after opportunity. So if you are having a feeling in your heart, because universe is supporting the heart feeling, if you are feeling something in your heart, you will have much more support from the universe.
And it's also really cool that you said that, because you take one inspired action and then there comes the next level of even a greater experience and even a greater experience. And it's really so much more fun to create from the 5D and just align ourselves with the energy of our future and just see what's coming. So it is our job to do our absolute best to align our energy to the future that we want to create, that we step into the energy of our future. And then we open up and we allow the universe to surprise us. And when opportunities come along, we are also not shy to take action. Another great advice that I can give you on your way is that if you're trying to manifest something, for example, a partner, I would recommend you to also go out, not just do it at home. You will also create it just as well, but give the universe a little bit more playroom, a little bit more wiggle room to surprise you. If you go out, if you go to new places, universe has so many more opportunities to surprise you.
We have almost forgot how important it is to play in life and how amazing it is to create from 5D. Your life will be much more fun and much more worthy to live and more like jolly, and it's really, really good to try this and be surprised and just let go all this stuff and the fear from unknown, which we are constantly grasped in. We have to all be in the known, because that's where we feel safe. We also are having these challenges. We love to be in known because our brains love to be in a known. But when you are going to decide to step here and there into unknown, your life is going to be much more amazing.
Especially if you're somebody that can already predict anything in your life. You already know, okay, if I do this, then this will happen. If I do this, that will happen. If you can predict anything in your life, you might feel really depressed and really sad and just bored. And you might ask yourself, what is this all for? And in this situation, creating from the fifth dimension is something really fun to play with. Petra and me were just talking about our YouTube channel this morning, and we were asking ourselves, okay, what do we really want to bring people? Why are we doing this? Because for us, in the long term, having 100 to 200 views per video, it's not going to be something that we can sustain for extended periods of time. So we wanted to align our mission a little bit more closely. And what we realized is that what we really want to give you with these videos, we don't want you to ever forget that you're unlimited. It is so important that we remember we are unlimited creators and we can change and transform our lives the way we want, the way we dream. So please don't ever forget this. Thank you so much for being here. If you would like to share some more time with us, we also have this video here for you next.